Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on Killer of Demons 666. Thank you all for watching on this Sunday evening, December the 22nd, 2019. 3 days till Christmas, 2 days until my birthday. Oh, I'm getting old. I can feel the oldness just coming into my face. I'm getting old, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be 43 in 2 days. God damn it. That's all I gotta say. I remember when I was 21. Back in my day, I was 21. So yeah, so I'm giving up for my birthday. You know, got tomorrow and my birthday off from work. I go back in on Christmas morning. A long day of work on Christmas, and then I got next 3 days after that. I got Wednesday through Saturday work, and I got long hours. But it's money that you wish you had. My going into my last week of work for 2019, and then I get my first check not the end of next week, not this coming week, next week. I get my first check of 2019, and it's gonna be a big one, which I need because I need to pay my bills and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say about that. So I hope everybody had a good Sunday. Football Sunday is upon us once again. Week 16. The Giants won. The Jets won. You damn do! Niners won last night, even though they played like shit. Well, a win is a win is a win. Now we're hoping that Arizona beats the Seattle Seahawks today. Not looking too good, but yeah. So Niners have to beat Seattle to get the #1 seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So I'm hoping we get it. It's gonna be a good game next Sunday night. So set your DVRs for next Sunday night. Niners Seahawks on NBC. That's gonna be a good game. Hopefully I'm off. I was supposed to go in today. I got called in, but I said no. I want my days off, damn it. I had to go to the doctor anyway, so it is what it is. Anyway, enough about that bullshit. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late and out-of-date Smackdown Live review for December the 20th, 2019 from Brooklyn Barclays Center. And boy, this show a wreck. And it seems like every year that Raw or SmackDown does a Christmas show, it sucks. And you can imagine what tomorrow night on Raw is gonna be like. If you've seen the spoilers, it sucks. It's not gonna be a good show tomorrow, so I might not even watch Raw tomorrow night. I might just go to sleep when Raw goes on. That's what I do anyway, but it is what it is. SmackDown on Friday night was just abysmal. You had a little bit of storyline progression, but not much. And we had a Miracle on 34th Street fight. We had that. We had Daniel Bryan and The Miz talking, and all that other good stuff. So let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time and money and all that other good stuff. So we start the night off with some highlights from TLC, which showed Bray Wyatt beating The Miz, and then the Fiend shows up on the Titantron, and then Bray Wyatt gets a mallet. He's about to crush Miz's face in it, and then the lights go out, and Bray Wyatt's like, "He's here, he's here," and then the lights come back on, and Daniel Bryan shows up as the American Dragon looking Daniel Bryan back in 2009. When he first started in WWE. So he came back as like that, and we're gonna see what happens with Daniel Bryan and his new look. So he comes to the ring with a nice ovation. He's all happy, the American Dragon blood running through his veins. Gets on the mic, cuts a promo, says he doesn't know where he went, but the Fiend whipped off his hair and beard. When he woke up, he realized something was missing. He didn't mind it. When Birdie, his daughter, saw him, she cried and didn't know who he was. She only knew Daniel Bryan, the man. He knew who he saw, and he liked it, and he came back and kicked Bray Wyatt's ass. And he's going to prove Bray wrong and will make him feel pain. And then The Miz arrives, since they've been going at it a couple weeks. Kind of, teasing that they're going to battle again with that. And Miz says what happened to him was awful, but Bray attacked his family. He wanted to protect his family. But now he wants to take all that Bray has, and that's the WWE Universal title, or the Smackdown Universal title, whatever you want to call it. And then after that, King Corbin comes out. Starts laughing at The Miz, makes fun of him. Some stupid family jokes and stuff. He mocks Bryan for looking like Baby Yoda. And shows Bryan's brand failure. And reminds us that he retired Kurt Angle at WrestleMania, became King of the Ring, and beat Roman Reigns at TLC. He feels he's the next in line for a title shot and calls on pharaohs as WWE stars and fathers. So that kind of pisses Miz and Bryan off. So they go to attack Corbin. Then Dolph Ziggler comes out of nowhere and attacks both men, laying them out with a super kick. And guess what we're going to get out of this? A tag team match, player. So, yeah, it's a good segment. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, but you can see that, Miz, Corbin, and Bryan are going to have a triple threat match for the #1 contendership to Bray Wyatt's title. Probably sometime on SmackDown. Maybe this coming Friday on SmackDown. I don't know. And I'm thinking Daniel Bryan's going to win it. Go on to the Royal Rumble. Lose to Bray Wyatt again at the Royal Rumble. And then Bray Wyatt goes on the Fastlane. He goes on to the Elimination Chamber. And then goes on to WrestleMania undefeated. And then he loses to that guy named Roman. Instead of kind of penciling him in to beat Bray Wyatt and his undefeated streak, and win back the Universal title and hold it for a while. And then I don't know who's gonna win that belt on SmackDown. Could be Shinsuke Nakamura, but that's just my opinion. But we'll see what happens with that. And we're gonna move on from this. So like I said, 2.5 out of 5 stars for the promo, and we move on. All right, then we go to the gorilla position where Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker are. They have a 34th Miracle on 34th Street fight with the Revival coming up, and they're wearing Christmas hats and stuff like that. They're talking about the match, and then Mandy Rose arrives, and she mentions she's Otis' Secret Santa, and she brings him a ham. It's a ham that last week Cesaro threw to the ground and messed it up. So she brings him a ham to make him feel better. And then she gives him a little peck on the cheek. And Otis had a big boner after that. Well, it is what it is. Wouldn't you? So we get that. So Otis is all fired up. And that's pretty much it for that. Then we get to the match. The match was decent. It wasn't a great hardcore match, but it's decent. Between the Revival and Heavy Machinery, they brawled the bell, and Heavy Machinery was in control. They cleared the ring, and then they go to the floor. The Revival takes control, slams Tucker into the announce table. They shove cookies in Otis' mouth and hit him with some gifts. They set up a table. Tucker makes the save. Otis then lays Dash on the table, climbs to the apron, and Dawson sprays him with a fire extinguisher. And then Otis gets put through the table. As we go to break, we come back. Revival's working over Tucker. Until Tucker suplexes Dawson on the ramp. Ow. Dash then hits him with a gift and pulls out a bowling ball. And we all know what happens with the bowling ball. Rolls it right into his balls. And then they go back in. They have a Christmas tree, and they whip Tucker balls first into it. Ow. And then yeah, they're really hurting. No babies for Mr. Tucker, I guess. And then they take out the ham that was on the announce table. They, to get rid of that. And Otis is all fired up now. Takes Kendall 6 shots and slams Dash into the gifts. He starts going nuts. And then he grabs a black bag. What's inside? Is it thumbtacks? No. Is it glass? No. It's Legos. So kind of going old school PWG here. With Joey Ryan doing that, and many others who have done that before. Picks up Scott Dawson, slams him on the Legos. Everybody goes, "Oh shit!" And then Dash gets one for his troubles. Then he hits a corner splash into the tree. He hits the caterpillar. Tucker comes back in. They hit the compactor, and that is that. So Heavy Machinery get the win. Match was alright. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was entertaining at times, and that was pretty much it. Afterwards, Otis eats the ham and meets up with Mandy in the back. He apologizes for the ham's destruction, and she gives him a hug. And she's like, "Ew!" And she's now covered in sweat. And she's like, "Ew!" Should have done that before the match there, Mandy. Now your clothes are all... Now you have to take 2 showers just to get the stench off. But it is what it is. So I guess they're going to go with this Mandy Rose Otis kind of love story, maybe. That's actually going to be better than Rusev and Lana. So maybe Mandy starts getting with Otis. They start making out and stuff. I don't know. Otis's birthday was, I think, today, and he's 28 years old. For a guy that looks like he's 40. But I digress from that. So we get that. So I gave that part of the segment 2 out of 5 stars. And we're going to move on from there. Alright, then we get the Revival. Still in the ring. They're ranting and at the crowd and the crap that's in the ring. They're kind of upset about the recent matches they've been put in. And it's a joke. They just want good old-fashioned tag team wrestling. Which is gone because of sports entertainment. And then Elias comes out. And he sings a little song. And on them. Says they need to change like Caitlyn Jenner. And just basically running them down. So, yeah. So we get that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars as well. Just making the Revival a joke right now until their contract ends, which I think is after WrestleMania. So you won't be... If they do leave WWE and go to AEW, which I would most likely think they're going to go, they're not going to be going to AEW until probably the next summer. SummerSlam 2020. They're going to be in AEW if they get released. WWE will try to bring them back just for nostalgia and comedy reasons. And I don't think Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder will like that, but I wouldn't. Like, I don't want to become a comedy act like Santino Marella or other people, that got over with the crowd, won a couple titles, and then it just says, "Oh, we're gonna make you a joke now." So stupid. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Now we're gonna move on. Alright, then we go backstage where we see blood streaming in the locker room. Sami Zayn comes in for some apparent reason. And he drew him for the Secret Santa and asked him what he wants. One's like, "I don't buy you bullshit." And then Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura arrive. One says he wants an IC title shot for Christmas. So Sammy's like, "Well, we can't do that since Nakamura is booked in a tag team match. Or a regular match." So, yeah, but this is kind of leading up to Braun Strowman and Shinsuke Nakamura doing battle for the IC belt, maybe on Smackdown or maybe at the Royal Rumble. And I think Shinsuke's long reign as IC champ will end, and Braun Strowman will get his first major title in his career. And don't give me that crap with the tag belts, because that was a joke with Nicholas. Come on, that wasn't even a major title. And that title he won at the Greatest Royal Rumble event. Give me a break. That's not a major belt. That's not even a belt. You just gave him a belt just because he won. He didn't go anywhere with it. And that's all I gotta say about that. So we'll see what happens with Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Braun Strowman. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on. Alright, then we get to your squash match of the week. We have Carmella taking on Sonya Deville. Match lasted a minute and a half. And Sonya attacked again with some strikes. And then a sliding knee strike for a near fall. Also with some kicks. Carmella fires back with a clothesline. And then she hits a super kick. And then right into the code of silence. Sonya had no other choice but to tap out. So I think it was just a filler match. So yeah. Carmella gets the win. Whoop-de-damn dude. Didn't give two shits about it. Gave it 1 out of 5 stars. And yeah. I was hoping Sonya Deville would win, but I don't know what they're doing with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose these days. It is what it is, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, then we get another Sheamus is coming video. It's the same thing he's been saying the last couple weeks. That he's coming and SmackDown is his home. Blah, 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 blah. We move on. Alright, then we get to a tag team match. We got the New Day of Kofi Kingston and Big E taking on Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Sami Zayn at ringside. This was a pretty decent match. It wasn't great, but it was what it was. Kofi and Shinsuke started off. Kofi's in control. And then Nakamura takes over. Cesaro tags in. They double team him for a near fall. They hit a gut wrench suplex for a near fall. Cesaro then grounds and pounds a little bit. Nakamura comes back in with some kicks. Kofi fires back, tags in the big man, Big E. He goes nuts, hits some suplexes, and then a running splash. Nakamura cuts him off. Runs into an STO for a near fall. And then Cesaro's dumped to the floor. Kofi falls with a dive. And then on the outside, Sammy distracts Big E, which helped Nakamura dump him, and Cesaro attacks the Tiger Uppercut. And then they start working on Big E for a while. They send him into the ring steps before the break. We come back. Big E dumps Cesaro to the outside. Nakamura tags in, cuts off the tag, and Nakamura comes in, cuts off the tag to Kofi. He hits a knee strike, goes for Kinshasa, and is countered by a huge Big E lariat, turning him inside out. He gets the hot tag to Kofi. Cesaro comes in. Kofi runs nuts and hits a Hurricane, then a running stomp for a near fall. Hits a clothesline, then does the up. Gets the near fall out of that. Goes for Trouble in Paradise. Cesaro countered with the pop-up uppercut, and Big E dumps him to the floor. Then they hit it. Then New Day hits an assisted dive to the outside. They go back in. Kofi hits a high cross body for a near fall. Then Nakamura took out Big E. Cesaro gets in the Cesaro swing, which I think lasted about maybe 5-8 rotations. I lost count. That gets a near fall. And then Kofi tries for the neutralizer. I mean Cesaro tried for the neutralizer. Kofi countered, gets the inside cradle for the win. So pretty decent match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. That was that. Afterwards, Cesaro and Nakamura attack the New Day until Braun Strowman comes out, makes a save. He goes ballistic, hits some tackles, and then Sammy saves Shinsuke Nakamura. So, like I said, continuing the storyline with Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman. But I think this Friday night on SmackDown we're gonna get a 6-man tag team match, player, with the New Day and Braun Strowman taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. That most likely might happen, but depending on I don't know if they're gonna do it since Sami Zayn's neck is still messed up, and his shoulders all still messed up. We'll see what happens this Friday night with them, and we're gonna move on from there. All right, then we go to the back where The Miz thanks Daniel Bryan for saving him at TLC. Bryan says he did it for himself, and then they agree that they still hate each other, but they agreed that they're gonna work together in the main event against Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's all I gotta say about that. All right, then we get to our next match, our women's match. We got Bayley Dog taking on Dana Brooke. What's what it was? We had Sasha Banks though, at ringside as usual. And like I said, it was a meh match. I went back and forth, but most of the match, Dana Brooke was beating the living bejesus out of Bayley. And she hits a cartwheel splash, cartwheel elbow. After that, getting near falls. She goes for the Batista bomb. Bayley counters, stuns Dana off the ropes, and finishes off with the Rose Plant. That's what's her new finisher now, that 1%er type move. So she gets the win. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. Wasn't anything to write home about. Afterwards, they attack Dana, but Lacey Evans, classy Lacey Evans, comes out, and Sasha and Bayley leave the ring, and then Lacey gets on the mic and says, "Hey, where you going, Sasha? I thought you were the legit boss. Get your ass in here so I could kick it." So Sasha's like, "Oh, you want me? You want me? You got it." So right after that, after I gave that match 2 out of 5 stars, we get to Lacey Evans and Sasha Banks. And this was a horrible match. This was horrible. You know, Sasha was in control right away. Hits the double knees. It covers for a near fall. Evans battles back, but Sasha had a drop kick, then a running meteor for a near fall. And then she works her over the corner. AC comes back with some knee strikes and slams Sasha to the apron and dumps her to the floor. They go to the floor. Bayley distracts AC as Sasha attacks. And then she's working over Lacey right in front of Lacey Evans' daughter at ringside. And the apple doesn't fall far from the tree because she looks just like her mom. And you know, she's trying to get at Sasha and everything. And while this is going on, the referee's counting them out, and it ends in a double count out. But it kind of advances the storyline. We get more of this, you know, later on. And I gave this match 2 out of 5 stars. I think only because of Lacey Evans' daughter. That's all I gave it 2. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars for. Just Lacey Evans' daughter. That's it. And then afterwards, they brawl on the floor. And it looks like we're going to get a tag team match next week with Sasha and Bayley taking on Lacey Evans and Dana Brooke. I don't care about it. And that's all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. And that's it. All right, now we get to the main event. The Miz and Daniel Bryan teaming up against King Corbin and Dolph Ziggler. Man, it was alright. They start brawling at the bell. Daniel Bryan works over Dolph with some kicks. Miz lays in kicks on Corbin, and they are working together. They were arguing a little bit before the match, like who's gonna start. And then they start kicking the crap out of Corbin and Dolph Ziggler as we go to break. We come back. Daniel Bryan's in control of Corbin. Hits some corner drop kicks. And Corbin hits deep 6 for a near fall. Tags in Dolph, and maintain the control over Daniel Bryan. Bryan looks for the tag, but gets cut off. Corbin joins in for some double teams. They keep Daniel Bryan grounded for a while. And eventually Bryan comes back as they go to the top rope. Bryan fights him off, hits a missile drop kick. Then tags in the Miz. Miz takes control, and hits the Miz DDT for a near fall as Corbin made the save. And then it all breaks down. Dolph covers Miz for a near fall after a zigzag. And then Dolph goes for the super kick. Miz counters, locks in the figure 4 leg lock. And Corbin tried to break it up, but Daniel Bryan comes in with the knee plus, and takes him out. And after that, Dolph Ziggler tapped out to the Miz in the middle of the ring. So Bryan and Miz get the win, and that was basically it. A match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. It wasn't anything great, but they kind of teasing the tension between Miz and Daniel Bryan. Still, you got Bray Wyatt in the background laughing up a storm, and then King Corbin wanting a title shot that he doesn't deserve. But it is what it is. So I got that. Afterwards, the lights go out and we hear the Fiend laughing. He doesn't come out, and off air he came out and beat up Baron Corbin. That was that. So we found out that this Friday on SmackDown, for the last SmackDown of the year, Miz will take on Daniel Bryan and Baron Corbin for a title shot at Bray Wyatt. Probably get the Royal Rumble, and like I said, I think it's gonna be Daniel Bryan to win. I'll be shocked I won't be shocked if it's the Miz. I'll just say, Miz is gonna lose again. But if it's Baron Corbin, it's just a waste. It's gonna be a waste of a match. We all know that Bray Wyatt's gonna destroy Baron Corbin, and that's all I gotta say about that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, another SmackDown in the books. We'll see what happens this Friday night on the final episode of SmackDown for 2019. And we got the triple threat match for the number 1 contendership, the Bray Wyatt's title. We have the New Day versus Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro. You throw Braun Strowman in there as well with that 6-man tag team match they might have. Probably have Sasha and Bayley taking on Lacey Evans and Dana Brooke. We'll see what happens with that. And probably much, much more on the final episode of Monday Night Raw, which I don't know where it's coming from. I know the day before, December 26th, they're going to be at the Garden, a holiday tour. That's the superstars are going to be there. I don't think any SmackDown superstars are going to be there, but it is what it is. And then I would think that December 27th show is going to be somewhere in the Northeast. If not in Jersey, it's probably going to be maybe in Rhode Island or somewhere close to Boston. Maybe upstate New York, Buffalo, or Albany. We'll see what happens with that. And that's all I got to say about that. So, SmackDown, not really that great. So, I gave it right down the middle, daddy, like Bill Alfonso says. And I gave it a 5 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. If you have any wrestling questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video. Hit up via Twitter as well at my Twitter link, which is down below in the description box. Hit that subscribe button, subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well. You can leave your questions and comments and anything you want. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And yeah, so we'll see what happens with SmackDown this Friday night. Raw tomorrow night with Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio for the United States title. And all that other crap that's going to happen on the show. The thing with Bobby Lashley and Lana saying that their wedding's going to be on the December 30th show. Next week's Raw, not this week's Raw, next week's Raw, the final Raw of the year. So we're going to get a wedding with Lana and Lashley, and you know who's going to be there. Rusev is going to come in and ruin it, as usual. Because as we all know, weddings in WWE don't always have a happy ending. Absolutely. That's what it is. Rusev's going to ruin it. They're going to continue this stupid storyline all the way up to the Royal Rumble. They're probably going to have a last man standing match or some stupid type of match. And hopefully it'll end the feud, but I highly doubt it. I think it's going to keep going on until maybe Fastlane or maybe the Elimination Chamber. But that's all I got to say about that. So, once again, 5 out of 10 stars for SmackDown. Leave me your thoughts and opinions down below. Leave me your questions down below or hit me up via Twitter. Continue to smash that like button to death and hit that subscribe button on this channel and my other channels as well. Links are all in the description box. And continue to friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And most importantly, share this video all over the internet. And tap that bell to turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And my videos can get out to you, hopefully. You never know with YouTube these days with their subscription things. Nobody gets the subscriptions in. But that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I got another video maybe come up in a little bit, and I'm gonna take the next couple of days off. I'm gonna try to get a quick Gilmore Chronicles in on my birthday on Christmas Eve. Probably early in the morning, or probably before I go to my parents' house for my birthday. Get that little video in TQC 158, my Christmas edition. Talk about that, and then 159 would be my final video of the year. For my final Gilmore Chronicles for the year. Episode 159 of the Gilmore Chronicles will be my 2019 year in review. All the promotions as we lead into 2020 and Wrestle Kingdom Night 1 and 2, which I'll be watching both nights, and New Year's Dash. But I won't review New Year's Dash. I'll review Night 1 and Night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom. And we get that. We get that in 2020. Also, the Raw. Oh, no AEW and NXT reviews this week, because since it's Christmas, even though NXT's having a Christmas show, it's just taped. It was taped matches from this past Friday night at Barclays Center. So I'm not gonna review it. So the Raw and Smackdown review will come on Friday night. Raw review come up on Friday night. Smackdown probably either late Saturday night or around this time Sunday before the Niners game, because I want to get it up before the Niners play. So your Raw and Smackdown review come up later next week to end the year with Smackdown. You got 2 more Raws. Got tomorrow night, and then next week's edition of Raw, the New Year's Eve edition of Raw, the New Year's edition of Raw, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see how WWE goes out of 2019. And that's pretty much it. We have, I believe NWA Power is going to be on this Tuesday with episode 11. Episode 10 was a pretty decent show. You had 2 Marty Scurll interviews and some more storyline progression with Nick Aldis forming his little 4 horseman stable with the Wild Cards and his valet Camille. Those are pretty mean spear. Sucks to be what's his name? I forget the guy that Tim Storm. Sucks to be him, isn't it? But it is what it is. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. Thank you for watching. Leave your questions down below in the description box or hit me up via Twitter. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Watching the Eagles and the Cowboys. I think the Eagles are winning. The Eagles are winning 17-6 in the 4th quarter. The Eagles win. They clinch the NFC East. They have to win next week in Washington. Against Washington, I believe at home. But on the road in Washington. And they win. They get the NFC East. They will play whoever is the number 5 seed. It could be the Niners. It could be the Seahawks. It will be either the Niners or the Seahawks. But we'll see what happens with that as we go into the playoffs. The final week of football next Sunday. So for all you Giants and Jet fans, it's been a long season, and you finally get to hit the golf course right after next week. So That's all I gotta say about that. And for you Niner fans, get ready. Next Sunday, we go to Seattle. The Legion of Boom is gonna hit us, and it's gonna be a great game. We lost by a couple points at home to Seattle earlier this season. Now it's gonna be a big test to go on the road, as we never do well in Seattle. And we got to get the offensive line going. Jimmy's got to throw the ball away when he gets pressured, and get the offense going like it did in New Orleans. Maybe throw a couple trick plays in there. Defense has to come up big. The offense has to come up big. Jimmy has to come up big. This is a big game next week. The winner gets the NFC West title, the #1 seed, and home advantage throughout. Niners win, because if the Seattle Seahawks win, it's going to be a hard road to get to the Super Bowl, because if we have to go through the Saints or the Packers, or if we get to the NFC title game, we might have to play the Saints or Seattle, whoever comes out of that game. With that, I think we might have to play if we get the #1 seed, we'll play the Seahawks in the second round. If the Seahawks beat the Packers, or they play Saints, they'll probably be the Packers most likely. Actually, no, they play the Eagles, or they play the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, it's looking like it might be the Eagles, but we shall see. I think it's gonna come down to next week with Dallas and the Eagles. Who the winner gets the NFC East title, the loser goes home. So we got that. So interesting week of football coming up. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and even better start to your Christmas week. Hopefully you got all your Christmas shopping done. If not, you got 2 more days. Well, 2.5. You got 2.5 more days to do it. You got tomorrow, you got Christmas Eve, and you got part of Christmas to do that. I'm already done with my Christmas shopping. And that's pretty much it. And then I'm gonna I have the day off tomorrow. I'm gonna get my mane of hair cut, and look sharp for my birthday. And then I go back to work on Wednesday morning for Christmas. It's not a busy day, but I think it will be a busy day, because coming in for last minute Christmas gifts and stuff. And then I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be pretty normal. The after Christmas sales will start, and going into New Year's, people will be buying a lot of beer, and wine and champagne, all that other stuff. So beer will be heavily promoted at my job on next Tuesday for New Year's, which I'm working. I don't know. Hopefully not long hours, but maybe my usual shift, but hopefully not. So maybe I can get out. Maybe I'll get out early for New Year's Eve, and then go home and celebrate with my parents, or I'll celebrate it at home by myself. Rose is gonna be in Baltimore, or maybe might be in Baltimore. I'm not sure yet, but see. And New Year's Day, probably have to go in for work a couple hours, get the New Year's Day sales and everything, all that stuff, and really worry about what's gonna happen in 2020, the beginning of 2020. So that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing up. Peace out. Rock on. If you're not down with that, well, fuck you and too bad. Say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.